You mean the village keepers? Oh, when I was eating dinner the other day, I saw one of them by the side of the road, muttering away and eating mushrooms.
Okay. Did you notice anything else?
Anything else? No, I think that's all I have to tell you. Sorry.
The scholars that have gone missing. Have you seen them?
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Don't change the subject.
Right. You were asking about the mad scholars. I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night. But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
Do you also think Grandpa and the others are good people?
Grandpa? Oh, hello there. It's little Isak. He was actually... It still feels pretty surreal now that I think back. Well, whatever the case, I'll always be thankful to him and whoever taught him to look out for others.
Gotcha. Thank you. Sir, have you seen my grandpa recently?
Oh, well, if it isn't the last time I saw him, he was spacing out by the road as usual. I went and asked him if he'd like any... And speaking of my wife, she's still always complaining about how I don't make an...
Oh, thank you.
It was nothing.
Yeah.
That's no good. I've known you since you were very young.
Wow, what a nice... Okay.
Huh? Don't say anything for now. Isak, stay here. Let's head over there. Stay quiet as you move. Listen, see if you can make out what they're...
Have you heard? The mighty Scarlet King, the sovereign of our faith, will soon return to this world.
Yes, of course I have. The Scarlet King is the one and only true ruler of still. You say he's coming back, but...
Haven't you noticed? The village has been getting more deranged scholars than ever. Delavar was saying that many people also went insane just before the fall of the Scarlet King's civilization in ancient times. We don't quite know why, but it seems like there's some sort of connection between insanity and the Scarlet King. Isn't it a sign of the Scarlet King's power that all the mad scholars have disappeared? If you...
Huh. Now that you say it, that does make some sense.
Exactly. Those city folks will get what's coming to them.
Now, repeat everything you've just said from the very beginning.
Huh?
Who are you? Where did you come from?
My patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
Yeah! Bro, this guy's something else. Just look at his eyes. One wrong move, and he's gonna flay us alive.
Let's not get on his bad side, okay? I am no...
Oh, okay, good sir. What is it you would like to know?
Tell me about the Scarlet King's resurrection.
Well, I only know a few things from hearsay. I went for a drink the other day and heard others talking about a rumor that the madman will disappear.
Hey, go on. Keep talking.
It's true. It's all true, sir. We desert folk have had more than enough of those people at the academia. They keep sending us all their mad scholars and won't let us have a good life. Would you want to live like this if you were in our place? The radicals were even more thrilled than me when they heard the news. We're all praying for the Scarlet King's speedy return. Delavar also said that once the Scarlet King returns to our side, it's only a matter of time before we conquer the land on the other side of the wall. They're all willing to serve under the Scarlet King and fight for a share of the glory.
Is that so?
Seems like he still wants to know more. Keep talking.
Got it. At first, I told myself it was just the drink talking, but then all the mad scholars vanished without a trace. Please don't beat me up just for mentioning these rumors. If I'm guilty, then everyone else...
The people here really like the Scarlet King, but dislike the Dendro Archon.
Where is this radical...
I haven't run into him over the past few days, so he probably hasn't been around the village. What about you, man? Have you seen him at all?
No, not at all. We wouldn't dare lie to you. He's really not here right now.
Sounds like you're not too close with the radicals.
No, of course not. All we know are their names.
I have many ways to stop you from talking. And many others to stop you from so you'd best just stay home and don't do anything until I've gotten to the bottom of this. Try something foolish, and even Candace won't be able to protect you.
Yes, got it. We'll do just as you...
That scared Paimon half to death. Sino is pretty terrifying. He didn't try to reassure us at all. It's like he's used to hearing that. Oh, Paimon bets lots of people have told him that before.
I heard that.
Sorry.
It's part of being a Matra. The rumor we heard just now seems like a strong lead. But we need to check a few more places. Very well.
Isak! I'm here.
Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I can take you there.
Join the Aramites and embrace a wonderful new life.
Grandpa? Oh, he likes to be alone. Sometimes he stares at the sky in a daze, and other times he just pokes at the ground with his fingers. Every now and then, he yells out at the top of his lungs, so a lot of people are really scared of him. But he's a good person, really. I know he is. I swear, he's just like my real grandpa. This is where Grandpa... There sure isn't much here.
No.
Incense? Please don't say... But are you okay? Are you getting...
There's a scent that you can sense, but I can't.
A certain traveler here once passed out from that smell. Thankfully, Tainari saved the day. And then he gave us a long lecture to explain...
So, you know Tainari.
Huh? You know him too? Are you two friends?
Yes. Now that I concentrate, I can also make out the scent of incense.
Wait, surely Tainari didn't let...
No. No need. Did you first encounter this scent at Tainari's house? In the forest. From a scholar.
What are you looking for, Sino?
Here it is. Take a look right here.
Paimon doesn't see anything.
Although the traces have been completely buried in the sand, there are footprints from the size and shape. They belong to the scent is quite faint.
But who would come looking for Grandpa?
We'd have to ask whoever lured him away with the incense.
Huh? So you can lure someone away with just a sip? Hey! What's wrong with liking good...
Exactly. Most scholars are fond of incense. Even deep within the clutches of madness, they still yearn for the...
No. So, someone's taking advantage of their weakness? Are the rumors really true? Could the disappearance of all the...
It's highly likely.
Please? You have to save my grandpa. Sounds like we'd better help get him back.
Let's head to Aru Village and inform Candace and the others.
Astrologers must rid themselves of material desires. Only by ridding oneself of clutter can one see the true world around them.
Right. The darker fabric definitely looks...
We're back, Candace! We've got a lot to tell you.
Ah, welcome back.
Sounds like everyone's friends are.
Oh, Dia's here too!
You bet. So,
Reasonably.
Hatham didn't go with you?
We haven't seen him at all.
Huh. I saw him around the village entrance earlier and figured he was investigating with you. I guess he must have gone up.
Did you find out anything useful? I see. So someone used a...
The resurrection of the Scarlet King? First I've heard of it. Far as I know, the kind of incense you just mentioned is only popular beyond the wall. Scholars are fond of it, but as you can see, there aren't many scholars still studying around these parts. Not to mention making incense is a labor-intensive process. You won't see anybody in the desert. It seems someone from beyond the wall must have been supporting this.
Makes sense.
So what should we do then? Do we go back to the academia and search for leads there?
If it was any other day, that would be your next logical step. But today, you've got me on your team. So didn't you say that the villager got his news from the tavern? Well, I also like to drink at the tavern, so I know a thing or two about these radicals he meant.
If Paimon remembers correctly...
Ah, yeah. Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, Engur, the wide-eyed butcher. These guys have one thing in common, and that's being broke. The rougher life gets, the more they want to believe in the Scarlet King. Way they see it, the Scarlet King's resurrection. Throwing all of Sumeru into chaos is the only way to change the way of life here in the desert. Anyway, that's my guess. What?
Tia, you're amazing!
No merc can afford to slack off on gathering intelligence. Every mora I've spent in the tavern has been a valuable...
Let's head out.
Now hold on, you're staying right here, Sino.
Why?
Aru Village is not a big place. Outsiders stand out here like a sore thumb. I'd bet word about the desert is unforgiving, so the way of life here is also a lot tougher than on... Compared to you, mercs like me are just third-rate amateurs. I've got no actual fighting skills to speak of. I need to go around and ask some questions, but it'll be Good, then we've got a plan. The Traveler and Paimon will go to Caravan Rebot with me, and we'll try our best.
All right, sounds like a plan. Well, here we are again.
Sounds like you're starting to get familiar with the area.
Paimon's amazed every time we see the wall of Samiel.
I know what you mean. I had the same question every time I walked this way when I was a kid. Also, why is this high wall here? And can a wall really block sandstorm? It was only after I grew up that I realized the wall of Samiel isn't just there to keep out the sandstorms. Sumeru is run by wise and mighty sages. To them, us desert dwellers are we're cheap labor, like livestock, but easier to control. Even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. The academia believes geniuses like Sataria are 1 in a million. The other children never get a single chance to try and rewrite.
That's terrible.
I would tear down this wall with my own hands if I could.
Hey, Thea.
No, not at all. Besides, we're here to
Yep, we gotta catch those.
Shh! Caravan Rebot is crawling with people, so be careful what you say. Our mission started the moment we arrived. Let's go check out the tavern. Maybe we'll find someone I know. Just our luck. None of them are here today.
You mean, you don't see anyone you know?
Tia, is that you? What a coincidence. You here for a drink too?
Zaki. Finally, a friendly face.
Oh, and who do you have with you here? Guests from another land? Hello, hello. I'm Zaki. Dia's, how would you put it? Drinking buddy?
We've had drinks together a few times. You could say we... Anyway, as far as my friends here, they aren't too shabby, are they? You rarely see any Outlanders so friendly and respectful nowadays.
Absolutely. Much better than those people on the other side of the wall.
Yeah. Have you seen Engur, Delavar, or Jabari recently?
Of course I have. Matter of fact, We were all here drinking together just a few days ago.
I've got a spice trading deal from another nation. I thought maybe Delavar and his friends might be interested. Know where I could find him?
Ah, how thoughtful of you. Then I assume you also know that Delavar's been having a hard time making ends meet these days. So, you came here to help him out?
Hey, keep it down. Let's just say I prefer to keep this deal a secret. Y'all at Caravan Rebot are like family. If there's more to be made,
Yes, how considerate of you. Delavar's...
are we there yet?
Yep, this is the place.
This place is practically deserted. What are they doing in a place like this?
Why don't you take a guess? Go on, a wild stab in the dark. You're like lambs to the slaughter.
Oh no! It's an ambush!
What's this all about, Zaki?
Come on, Dia. You really think we didn't hear about what you said back in Aru village? The boys have kept a close eye on you from the moment you set foot there. Not only do I know that you're looking for Delavar, I also know that you've teamed up with people from...
So, you've been watching us from the very beginning?
Uh-oh. Paimon knew leaving Sino behind was a mistake.
And you left the strongest one in the village, didn't ya? Who do you think...
So you and Delavar have been partners all along.
Dia, I guess it's only natural for a traveling mercenary. But you got one thing right. We're all looking forward to an uprising in Sumeru. There's nothing more we'd like to...
If that's the case, then I'm sure Delavar wouldn't miss a second.
I'll be honest with you. If it weren't for what you said in the village, your little monologue about the Wall of Samiel would have convinced me that you're one of us.
Delavar. And Enger, you're here too, huh?
Long time no see, Miss Mercenary. You should have known the traitors are what us followers of the Scarlet King despise the most.
Dia, I thought that you, a fellow desert dweller, would understand that the Scarlet King is greater than the Dendro Archon. Little did I know, you don't deserve to join us.
Yeah, gee, what a missed opportunity. Adopting radical views and kidnapping innocent scholars, all because of some baseless rumors. Anything else?
See? There you have it. Mercenaries are just a bunch of faithless scum with only one thing on their minds. Mora. Pathetic.
You're not wrong. Mercenaries are driven by Mora, and my faith lies with whoever's paying me. As long as there's a profit to be made, anyone can become my friend.
Enough talking! Get him!
Just as I expected. Let's teach him a lesson, traveler.
Following orders.
New punching village music.
Whirling snow! Embrace the ice!
Impossible! How could you?
So, what do you think about your meticulous network now, Zaki? How did you say it? It's only natural for a traveling mercenary. I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm just an incompetent merc with no real fighting skills, correct? I mean, that is what I said after all. And of course you would believe everything he reported. The only thing you know, even though you heard we went to handle monsters together, you believed that Candace, that so-called Flame Mane, is just a fraud. She admitted it herself. That's what you thought, right?
Ugh. You lied in the village.
And you were stupid enough to fall for it. I figured as much the first time we drank together. You all thought you were so smart. Pathetic. Okay, that should be all of them.
Whoa! So you've been planning this since we were in our...
No task can be done without preparation. I just happened to notice a couple suspicious...
Oh, but instead of catching them right away...
Those two who were snooping around were just a couple small fries. If we want to get the real catch, we have...
Oh, you mean the funny name she mentioned back in Uncle Ampu's house?
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Edgar and Delavar like to talk themselves up when they're drinking. Alcohol has a way of making people share what they really think. So Edgar and
What about Zaki?
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find Delavar first, and then try to track him down. That's what you wanted to ask when we were at Uncle Anpu's house, right?
Wait, so he's a rat?
No, he isn't. I just needed to tack on a random villager name to make the eavesdropper think that I...
Wow, what a genius!
Ah, you're too kind. It was straight from the usual...
So, that thing...
About what?
About how mercenaries only care about Mora.
Does that bother you? What makes you so sure?
Dia? Do you dislike the Dendro Archon like...
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon. I've heard a lot of nice things about the Lesser Lord from Dunyarzad. I can understand her devotion, and Dunyarzad's just an ordinary person. There's no way a god would be so involved in the lives of everyday people. I've begun to realize that the sages are behind everything that's happened recently. The Radicals' blind belief in the Scarlet King, making the Dendro Archon out to be an enemy. But I see through it all. And unlike them, I can never be hostile towards anyone who's never...
Dia...
Anyway, looks like we're done with business here. Traveler, lend me a hand. This should be all of them. I'll let you take it from here.
All right. I'll be in...
Candace, do you need...
Candace will be okay on her own. I trust. She's been guarding Aru Village for quite some time now.
While I'm questioning them, why don't you pass...
I'll meet you back here tomorrow morning, Traveler. As for these idiots... Candace is an expert at dealing with people like... Right on time. Well,
Paimon's been wondering. You seem to know Candace.
We've known each other for some time now. She's a pretty interesting person.
Oh, Paimon knows what you mean. Like a lot of martial artists say.
Yep, I guess you can put it that way. It takes strong convictions to be as dedicated as she is. And us mercs, on the other hand?
Well, Paimon thinks you're great.
Really?
Oh, Sino's here. And he's...
Yes. I was here yesterday to help out a little.
To help out? By doing what?
Sharing some interrogation.
Oh! You mean you taught Kim?
Right.
Come on in, everyone.
Come on, let's go inside.
Candace, where? Whoa! You look furious!
Do I? Huh. What gave it away?
Oh, there's no mask that can hide true bloodlust. Cover up your eyes.
Perhaps I need to work on my composure. Still, it's perfectly understandable why I'm angry. I'm sure everyone...
Yes, ma'am.
Please, don't beat us anymore. We're gonna die.
Well, looks like Sino taught her well.
You fear death yourselves. Yet you do not hesitate to place the lives of others. The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the Village Keepers. They are vital members of our community. You come here, to my village, and you treat my people as nothing more than stepping stones towards your goal. Tell me, what would you do to you in my position?
Mercy! Please, have mercy!
You've made your bed.
We may both be desert dwellers, but there is one thing that I understand better than you. The resurrection of the Scarlet King will... The people of Aru Village care little about which god is in power. A war would only cause us to lose all that we have.
We understand. We're sorry! I'll tell you everything I know, please. Just let us go.
I'm listening.
You might not believe this, but it wasn't us who came up with this idea. Someone was spreading rumors in the tavern. Some mystery man told us that mad scholars will make the perfect sacrifice to usher in the Scarlet King's resurrection.
They're called Village Keepers. Slip up again, and you'll regret it.
Yes, sorry. It was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread word about the Scarlet King's resurrection and talked us into helping him. In return, he said, I'm not sure.
That's one.
Huh? One what?
Strike. You get a total of 3. Then, you die by my hand.
Wait, I'm telling the truth. We don't know anything. It was all him.
2.
He got us to lure them out of their houses in the night with some kind of incense. We take them to a junction outside the village. Then the mystery guy takes them from there. You gotta believe me, please. I'm telling the truth, I swear. Just ask them if you don't believe me.
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
You have to believe me. If I knew that, I would have told you his name right away. I'm not risking... that guy, he wears a cloak, and he's always careful to cover his face. He calls himself the Scarlet King's envoy.
I believe I may know what's going...
Uncle Anpu.
Smooth.
Okay, speak.
If my suspicions are correct, this mystery man Some time ago, people from the academia attempted to... It strikes me now that this secretive character...
Which means it's highly likely that the academia was purposely spreading a false rumor to trick the radicals into... They were the ones who brought them here to begin with. Now they're trying...
Not the academia again.
Just as I thought. But what could they want with the Village Keepers?
People are nothing but tools in the eyes of the academia. A change in... Regardless, our top
You're right. Isaka's...
Time to go. Let's leave the village.
Yes. Pack up and get ready.
You got it. Candace, I'll let you deal with the radicals. Leave everything else.
All right.
Let's meet back here once everyone's ready.
look worried.
Yes. I'd look.
You have a strong sense of belonging here. I guess I'm the opposite.
Dia, don't say that.
Thanks.
What scheme is the act?
Let's get some food in us and then we'll... Whoa! Where did you come from?
Well, as you can see, I am merely sitting here and reviewing what we have deduced thus far.
You were gone for ages! And now you're suddenly sitting here musing to yourself? Where have you been anyway? Hey, what's with the silence?
You never think things through before asking questions. I'm giving you some time to make up for that.
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an ugly nickname! Never mind. Paimon's got nothing. There's just nothing super obvious to pick with this guy.
Well, you've heard nothing to suggest I left this whole time. So clearly, I stayed in the village to investigate. Anyway, you plan to leave Aru Village and keep searching for the truth of this matter, yes?
Yep. We're not gonna Enough with the silent treatment!
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to team up with him.
Alhaitham, you haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru Village.
Yeah, you're all talk!
While you were investigating, I had my own work to do. Which,
Really? Paimon doesn't believe...
to be honest, we aren't really a team. So I have not to mention that going separate ways allowed me to find...
Huh? Right here in the...
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone. But, before that,
What does that mean?
how do you think the residents of Aru Village feel about what we're doing? In other words, do you truly believe every single
You mean, some of them liked...
Hiding the truth does not necessarily equate... Remember what Gandis said? Most people in Aru Village don't necessarily care. By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. They won't simply share everything they know with you. Glad you're following along. Among those you have talked to, there's someone who was consciously keeping you out of the loop. In fact, she's been... The reason being, to someone who only wants to...
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Don't change the subject.
It's quite obvious that she's intimidated by Sino's authority and...
Right. You were asking about the I mean...
She corrected herself mid-sentence because she's aware that there are Scarlet King fanatics in the village. If she sounds too friendly towards the village keepers, she could easily...
I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to...
Remember? She made a point of denying her involvement in anything that occurs in...
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keepers had protected Aru Village.
Then, what?
By getting involved with an outsider, she risks drawing unwanted attention to...
I'll pass on this one. You said that she is afraid of me.
We're on it!
Miss Shawnee, as we discussed earlier...
Mr. Alhaitham, I'm aware of where...
Huh? What do you mean?
Go ahead and talk to her. You'll go on. Earn her trust.
Is it really that simple?
May I call you hi, Traveler. I want to ask you something. Do you think the resurrection of the Scarlet King can truly change Sumeru for the better? Why's that? That's very similar to what Miss Candace says. I know you two before. I wouldn't even have the Traveler. Do you believe our lives will...
Yeah! We came here from another nation, so it isn't wrong of you. But even so, we've met lots of people. We have friends
in Sumeru, and we want to help them. That's why we decided to...
I want to trust you. My apologies for posing my questions like that.
Al-Haytham told us you have your reasons. It's okay. We understand.
The fact is that only one side of my family is desert folk. I don't really fit in anywhere in Sumeru. Some believe in the Dendro Archon, while others believe in the Scarlet King. I don't belong to either side.
Speaking of which, the Radicals mentioned that they despise traitors.
Yeah. Some people can be so narrow-minded when it comes to bloodline and beliefs. It makes no difference what I say or how I behave. I'll always be slowly. I just stopped talking to people. I pretended not to hear or see anything. And then it happened. The village keepers who had helped me disappeared with no—
You can tell them. I'm sure he'll keep...
All right. I'll tell you, I actually have a sharper sense of hearing than most. Sometimes, I hear strange... Perhaps. I'm not sure. It's faint. It used to be louder and more frequent. But ever since you arrived in the village...
I confirmed this with the guards on night duty. They also have someone with a bud. Because we're in the middle of a desert, you would rather believe...
There's really nothing around these parts.
I think they used to use it for treating Elazar. But it's been abandoned for years.
Yeah, let's go.
Scry the sky.
Is this the place? Monsters! Watch out! Think you can bully me?
Let me scry. My power! Coming out! Sumetsu! Shadows of fate!
Wind strike!
Whirling snow!
One with wind and cloud!
Decided by destiny! My apologies!
They were easier to deal with, super strong bandits? Or He looks super serious. We gotta stay on our A game too.
This is the one. Let's go in and take a look.
Hey, Al-Haytham, we haven't found Squad. Are you sure we aren't wasting...
Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn. Until then, I'm taking a break.
And just like that, he sits down. What are you reading? Let Paimon...
Okay, sure.
Huh? The natural position.
So...
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya! How is he so relaxed? Look at him. Reading an impossible book in a creepy place like this. Hey! Paimon's your Tibet. And anyway, it's not Paimon's fault that the books people read in Sumeru are so complicated. Paimon's getting so sleepy. Huh? What was that sound?
There it is. It's coming from that direction.
Is the sound coming from here? Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
It's from below.
But there's no...
Something is off about the interior here. As I thought, there's a...
Whoa. It's like they tucked another hospital. Oh, it looks like there are other mechanisms.
Delve into depth.
Time to go.
Take flight.
Can't handle your dream. Huh? Think you can bully me? Pew pew.
Fate is upon you.
One with nature.
Whirling snow.
Stay close.
There's still a long...
The hunt begins.
Just following orders.
Let me scrub. Iron color.
Just following orders.
Into the wind. Delve into depth.
That's close enough.
Let me scrub.
treasure is pretty good.